Welcome to Kash and Dash Unscripted with Owen Dashner.
And Kaasch and
Aiden Bear. We got him.
It's partly Aiden Bear. I've stolen some of his ensemble that he rolled in with today. I did.
Yes.
For those of you watching on video, this is my new look.
And you can only find it if you go to Kash and Dash on YouTube.
Yeah, and also send us an email, onair@cashanddash.com.
Yeah.
Ted just took a half an hour to attempt to log into our email inbox, which we have a whole bunch in the hopper, and we'll start teasing these out over time here.
Yeah, so if you got questions, we do want to answer them. Go to onair@cashanddash.com, and here shortly you can go to cashanddash.com, and our website should be up in the next couple weeks.
I got a stray Aiden hair.
Oh yeah, that's a long one.
I was like, I don't think I have a hair that long on my body. But
Okay, so we interviewed Van Deeb on episode 38 back in the day.
Live in person.
Live studio audience, which is the only time we've ever done it, maybe the last time. But we didn't really get the full studio interview interaction that we normally would get.
We didn't get the Van Deeb effect.
We reached out to him mainly because we have him speaking. Well, by the time this airs, he spoke last week. Go to Kash and Dash YouTube to watch that live event. But the cool thing about that is we had him on, got in-depth conversation, and he had a huge announcement, which you have to listen to the podcast to find out about.
We can't say anything more than that. We signed an NDA beforehand. Aiden didn't, but he's kind of an outlaw.
It would be the single biggest non-official announcement that anybody's ever made on this podcast.
Yeah, tune into the episode. It's going to be awesome.
Talk about a legendary man. I mean, I brought up one fact, though. Like, I mention this all the time. Anytime I go see somebody speak, I try to get that one takeaway, and sometimes it sticks with you, sometimes it doesn't. But my one takeaway from him speaking at one point was never say no to a media opportunity. And whenever a media opportunity comes up, maybe a podcast or something, Van's face pops up in my head when I close my eyes, and I literally think you have to say yes to that.
Yeah, for those of you local to Omaha, you know probably exactly who we're talking about. Anybody that's in real estate for sure knows Van Deeb. Any of those of you that are not in real estate, you probably still know who he is because he is omnipresent, been a fixture of the Omaha community, and just a great dude, motivational speaker, like literally motivational speaker, and has spoken all over the place and does such a great job with motivating people that are entrepreneurs, kids, like he's spoken at schools, at my daughter's
Great
school.
conversation.
Yeah, that was so fun. I feel like I want to run through a brick wall.
I didn't know
right now. He's such a stud.
I didn't know he did that because my wife is always looking for people to speak on, for that specific topic.
Yeah, he's a shoo-in.
And so I'm definitely going to reach out to him going forward.
You're going to have to negotiate hard with him on his speaking fee, though, apparently.
Yes.
So we dove into a lot of things, including, like Ted alluded to, a very big announcement about future plans that he has. And we're just going to leave it at that. You're going to have to tune into Wednesday's episode to find out more. But one of the best speakers and interviews and charismatic leaders that we know.
Period.
Full stop.
And the cool thing is he's one of those guys that we could literally text at any time.
Yeah, and he's so approachable and just such a great, empathetic, like high emotional intelligence type of guy. He's just great. Like, just enough said. I mean, he started, ran, and led and sold and started more, and like there's so many businesses he's been involved in. He just cannot quit because he just loves people so much. Like he's just a stud.
So I've been doing these Toastmasters so I can get better at public speaking because I'm just not good. But it also is preparation, which I'm not good at taking the time to prepare. And if I do, I feel like I'm a much better speaker. Part of my inspiration for wanting to do that is to be able to speak like he does. I want to be able to, if somebody says, hey, can you speak at this? I just want to never say no. And I want to be able to take on as many speaking engagements as I can. I really think that is something I want my future to look like.
Well, and, obviously we're giving a lot of homage to Van Deeb here, but the dude is a legend in Omaha. And
he's also written 5 books.
Yeah, he's a 5-time author. He's got a couple more in the hopper, it sounds like. And he's super fit, he's outside of Gen X. I don't know if he's baby boomer era. He's
totally baby boomer.
66 years old and looks better than 99% of most people that are, 30 years younger than him. He's just awesome.
I was going to say your age and older.
Yeah, thanks, Ted. But no, great guy. We had a super fun and interesting conversation. We talked about a lot of stuff that he has never even talked about before. And this guy has, He's got a radio show. He's got a podcast. He's done everything that you want to do. He's like what I want to be when I'm his age.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Man,
I'm so pumped. We're on the post Van Deeb engagement high right now.
Yeah, no,
just a great dude.
Yeah, he's the guy that he's doing big things, but in the end he's he makes you feel special for who you are, and then gives you a hug.
That's his superpower. Yeah, he makes you feel like you're the most important person in the world. That's how I feel when he talks to me. He's all in. I love him.
One of the best guy. One of the best sales techniques you could possibly have, too.
Of course. Yeah.
Hey, I kind of switch it around here. A little embarrassing, but I think it's a conversation that people listening will probably want to hear.
Okay.
I, as you know, have had some failures in the last 2 years, financially with my renovations, but
misery loves company.
Yeah. No, I get it. And I feel like I had really good success with the little amount of flips and renovations I was taking on, which were big projects I was taking on, right?
Yep.
But I have had so many deals falling in my lap in the last 3 weeks. And I'm just going to talk about one of them, but I actually have other deals that are like this that have been dropping on my lap lately.
Okay.
And when you have a big setback, you start questioning yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this conversation with my business coach just this week because I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have done great jobs with the renovations I've done, but they've also taken a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I brought on a business partner and I bought these properties that should have been home runs.
Yep.
Everything was there to make them a home run. And if I would have done it myself, I really truly feel I would have killed it, because when I took these projects over that went a year and a half, I got them done in 30 days. So I have this project. It's in the Benson area.
In Omaha.
Yep. Benson, Omaha. Sorry, guys. Old colleague when I used to work at a company called Stereo West reached out to me. He's not in town. Unfortunately, his mother passed away. So he called me up. He's like, hey, follow you on socials. We used to be friends back in the day. Love to see if you can help me out with this. His mom died 3 weeks ago now. Bought the house, little 768 square foot, true ranch, 1-car detached garage.
2-bed, 1 bath, I assume.
Unfinished basement, walkout.
All right.
The only thing that's a little awkward on this is they moved the stairwell, which was a traditional stairwell, to put in a sliding glass door, a dining room, and a side door.
Okay.
And they put a spiral staircase going down to the basement.
All right. So moving stuff into the basement is going to be a little difficult.
Well, you'd have to go through but it has a walkout.
A walkout. Okay.
Yep. But newer roof, brand new furnace, brand new air conditioner, brand new water heater, updated electrical, copper pipes, newer driveway.
What I'm hearing is all the big ticket items. So the mechanicals are all new.
Steel siding, that traditional yellow stamp siding has been painted green. Yard is huge.
Okay.
Looks nice. Neighbors at Airbnb. The street is great houses. Normally this area would be kind of questionable that it's in, but this particular street's amazing.
So it's kind of fringy Benson.
Yes.
Okay.
We went through numbers. I don't, in case I sell it, I don't want the numbers out there, but I put a number out there to list it. And I was like, hey, if we just clean it out, I'm very confident that we can get X amount of dollars for it.
Okay.
And he's like, well, that's great, but I don't want anything to do with it.
He's out of town.
Everything that's in it is pretty much been none touched, which is her whole life.
None touched?
Untouched. Untouched? It's the old fashioned.
I just wanted to know if a nun came along and touched it. I thought these were blessed items. They might be worth more. I'm just saying.
I did thank her when I was in the house yesterday that I would do what I can to take care of the house.
Yeah. Whatever not.
Because she passed away in the house, And so, do you ever talk? These
are Ted-isms.
Do you ever talk to the people in the house that if they died in the house, like, hey, thank you for letting me in the property. I'll do what I can to take care of it.
Have I talked to people that have had a relative that died in the house?
Yeah.
Oh
no. Do you talk? When I was leaving the house yesterday, I'm like, hey, I will do my best to take care of the house and clean this up. I hope.
Nope. I
always feel like the spirit is in the house.
Okay.
After living in a haunted house.
Okay.
And I always feel like I gotta say something.
You sound like my wife.
Okay.
Like this is her. That not me. This is.
I don't think I've ever admitted that before to anybody.
Wow.
But
Aiden, have you ever heard this before from Ted? He's shaking his head. No.
She died on the bed, and I'm like, you know what? I'll do my best to take care of the place and make sure that your son gets some money.
Okay. So you're making nice with the spirits.
Anyway, presented the number, and he's like, hey man, and it was like a $40K difference of what he could walk away with. He's like, I don't want anything to do with it. I
I trust you. He wants you to handle it. Just make it go away, and
I'll give you a stupid good deal if you will just take it and handle it.
Okay.
I trust you. I don't want to deal with the bullshit.
Hot opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunate situation, obviously, but he wants an easy solution. You enter the picture.
Now
what?
I don't think there's a lose situation here. I brought some contractors in, getting some bids right now. I'm like, hey, first thing I'm looking at right now is literally just clean it out and put it on the market.
Okay.
And then I go, but I want to know what you would charge just to spray paints. And then as option 2 and option 3, let me know for a rental quality turn.
Okay.
So waiting for those bids to really look at them and just see if what it comes back.
What's your gut tell you? What do you think those bids are going to come in at? Let's just hot take this.
Well, I think if my goal was to get it to top ARV, and that would be like a full renovation of the bathroom.
If your goal was that?
If my goal was that,
yes.
Which it isn't.
Yep.
I think that the number would be about $45,000
to do a full cosmetic reno.
Yes,
basically kitchen, bath, flooring, paint.
It's a
fixtures.
It's a smoker house.
Yeah, so yellow,
orange.
Yeah,
orange.
Oh, it's orange.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
the carpet,
nicotine on top of nicotine on top of nicotine.
I moved something on the carpet and it was white and the rest was orange on blue carpet.
Okay. Yep. But I've bought a lot of these.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's got 8-inch square tiles in the ceiling.
Okay, I know that. I can picture this.
Yes,
I feel like I'm standing there,
so
I can smell it.
Yes. And when I left, I felt like I left the cigar lounge.
Yeah.
And
Jessica's like, where have you been?
Yeah,
I thought you were on an appointment in air quotes.
Yes.
You're like, no, I swear. I swear.
My kids are like, yeah, you smell, Dad. I know that smell, but cigarettes and cigars, 2 different things. But okay, so let's get to the meat and potatoes. The flip doesn't matter. The point is I'm really trying to make here is I had some failures.
Mm-hmm. You have scar tissue.
As an investment real estate agent that knows my shit, I already had these conversations with a couple people. I could take this property to a couple of my clients that would buy it today, even you, and say,
I was going to say, I haven't heard about this until today. I feel kind of hurt.
This could make you some money.
Mm-hmm.
Not a doubt. And then I'm like, and I had to call my business coach, and she's like, why the hell aren't you taking this on? Like, you talk about how you've made money on this. What's going on? And I'm like, I'm in my own head. I've lost my confidence with these losses lately. And I truly feel that although my wife's supporting everything I do, if I was to screw up again, I don't know if I would get any more support on my business owner ventures with my spouse.
Yeah. Just
to be real.
Yeah.
And that scares the shit out of me not to be able to do what I want to do because I really don't want a JOB.
Yeah, you don't want to go back and like trade money for time.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, like because that would, if I had a job, maybe I couldn't do the podcast, maybe I couldn't do my RIA group, and so on, so on, so on, so on, so on.
Okay, let's pivot this for a second. This is kind of not a fun for you thought experiment. But
no, I actually had to have I gave you a real candid view of this because I was nervous about talking about this.
Okay, let's say I came to you and described this exact situation. Hey, Ted, I've had some really, and what I've gone through the last couple of years. Mm-hmm. Like I've had some real gut punches. So let's say I came to you and I said, hey man, I have this opportunity. The after repair value is 185, 190. Mm-hmm. I have an opportunity to buy it for substantially less than that. And there's enough room for me to make a move on it. What would your advice be to somebody that's they're going to buy it and they either have the choice to rehab it and keep it, clean it out and sell it. So we're talking about burr, wholetailing, or you're going to do a retail flip. Those are the 3 things typically, right? So you want to have multiple exit strategies. We preach this all the time.
3 exit plans.
Okay. So I come to you and I say, man, I got some scar tissue here. What advice would you give me?
Well, I always say this. If you're a rookie, especially, I would say, hey, I always like to have 3 exit plans. Mm-hmm. Can I flip it? Mm-hmm. Can I sell it as is and still not lose my ass? But also, if I have to hold it because there's a big war happens or the economy flips, can this be a rental? Can this be an Airbnb? And if everything is clicking yes, then what's your no? Because if I can still make money holding it, or if I can, which in this particular situation, I could make this a rental and be fine. I could make this an Airbnb and be fine, which I don't want another Airbnb. No. But I could just buy this and then dump it and do absolutely nothing and make a little bit of money. I could take this property, buy it for the price I want, not even clean it out, and I could probably still after expenses and everything, still walk away with probably about 10 to 15,000.
What if somebody came along right now, as we're speaking on air at cashanddash.com? What if somebody came along and offered you 20 grand more than what you could buy it for?
I would take it.
You would?
Yes.
Okay. What if I offered you that right now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go look at it. Like this sounds totally scripted.
Yeah.
I get for you guys listening to this, but I mean, this sounds like a complete no brainer to me. All the mechanicals are updated.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the huge ticket items are done. The biggest hair in the soup on this is the smoking in the unit.
Totally. And if I was to flip it, I would take out the ceilings.
Okay. So you'd pull down the ceilings. They're the 8-inch like ceiling tiles, but they're not tiles. It's like one piece, but
they look like tiles.
Yeah, anybody that's been in the game, you know what we're talking about. A lot of that stuff it was probably built in what, the 50s?
I believe it was 60s.
Okay, 50s, 60s. Yeah. That was very common back then. They put up those like grid ceiling.
But all the things I get scared of on a property like this, like, you look at the plumbing, it's got copper plumbing, win. It's got flip switch boxes, electrical box, win. Everything is the only thing that I'm on the fence about. The only thing I don't love about it is the stairwell. But when I was
there, it has a spiral staircase, right?
But I was talking with the contractors that were there yesterday, and like this would be almost we're talking like $1,500 to take this out, put stairs going on in the living room.
How it was before?
No, moving it to a different spot.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where the dining room is now.
Okay,
losing a little bit of living room space and actually having a legit stairwell going down.
1,500. That sounds really.
I'm waiting. Well, it's our guy.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Fair.
And then they told me that if I wanted to do a rehab and make it rental ready, they could have it done in under 30 days.
Okay. Do you have it under contract?
This guy, he's finishing up the probate stuff right now. I hooked him up with a probate attorney.
Okay.
And this will all hopefully be done in the next week or two.
Okay. And you are going to get it under contract, yes?
At this point, yeah, I have to get it done.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was going to call you anyway to get the loan done through Liquid Lending.
Okay. Well, don't do that first. You could probably transact this and do pretty. Yeah, I mean, like, and look,
I also got to be a little careful with wholesale stuff too.
Yes. But no, man, this sounds like a great opportunity.
Yeah, and then
you've had several of these recently.
I have another one that's in Ralston. We'll see.
I'm in.
It's again, good friends. Grandparent died. Reached out to me. This particular property they want 150 on it. It faces the creek. It has tons of parking. It has a brand new bathroom put in the basement, fully finished basement. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, raised ranch. Comps are like 240.
Okay.
And it is, in my opinion, rent ready as is. It's just a little dated.
Okay.
And that one's a home run. And so
can you share what the ballpark price point would be?
Yeah, like ARV 240.
Right. But what's
buying it one for 150?
Okay.
And then this one really, it's such a great spot that you could put it right on the market. It's like 84th and Giles.
Okay, so I'll make this real easy for you. Yeah. Like, I'll just buy both of them, and you're gonna make some money. I'll do well. Yeah. Okay, great. Hey, happy Friday, Murica, July 3rd,
and then man, but the deals are just. I'm amazed at how many phone calls I have. I had another gentleman call me, and he's like, "Hey, I got an 11 unit on the downtown strip of Fremont. I want you to list, fully renovated, rented." Another buddy called me and said, "Hey, I just bought an off market property in North Omaha, rental house, under 100,000. I did some renovations. It's rent ready. Let's get that one going." Yeah, it literally has just been raining the last couple weeks.
Anybody catching this like does not live in Omaha, you're probably like, there's no way that there are actually houses that are 100 grand. There are like all over the place here. So reach out to, Ted, if you're interested in something like that. He can help, he can help you find, BRRRR deals, stuff that cash flows. You can't find this in most of the country, really. So
yeah, life's been blessed. I as a realtor, I'm actually selling my second 7-figure home.
Second?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So last week we talked about your second largest.
That's this one.
Volume. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know I brought that up.
Yep.
But that's the person that
video games
presenting this house, this 150K house.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be listing their home that they also have, which is another $600,000 or $700,000
wow.
house too.
Good for you, man.
So yeah, timing's good. I really just feel some blessings right now. But it's also, I've been working with some marketing and social media teams, and they've been putting a lot of reels out for us and doing a lot of stuff. And those reels are getting people's attention. They're on my Facebook.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, it's reminding them I do real estate and all the stuff I do.
So it sounds like you have some killer opportunities that if we could rewind to say 2021, and I was talking to Ted that's sitting there 5 years ago, and I said, hey Ted, guess what? I have an opportunity in Ralston, which has, what you just described, $240,000 ARV, a 3.2. By the way, Ralston, for those of you not local, is a great area, super desirable.
Actually got rated the best city to live in.
Yeah,
in the United States
it's an awesome flipping and like real estate area, right? So if I came along and said that to you, and you didn't have the scar tissue that you've developed over the last 4 years with some deals that went bad, partnerships that went bad, you would be all over this.
2021, right? There's nothing here that I would have said no to.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I just think like you are the man. Well, you're still the man.
I tell you what, the lead opportunities are still coming in. Like I am flooded. Actually, it's all the stuff I sold my clients. I am being bombarded with. I have one client's like, hey, I have an 8-unit listed in Midtown right now. And then he's like, oh, sell this other South Omaha house for me. And then, I have like 3 or 4 friends now that have reached out about selling their houses. And, so it's just like, it's hitting over and over and over again. The opportunities are coming, if somebody reaches out to me, if you're listening, I don't plug myself very much, but if you're looking for an investment in Omaha, like instead of telling me you just want investment, tell me what your buying criteria is.
Thank you for not saying buy box.
And when I know what your buying criteria is, then I can say, hey, this might work for you.
Yep.
If you just say, hey, I want investment property, I want to make some money. I don't you know what? Maybe that was different in 2015 to 2019 for me. But right now, I just need to know what your goals are. And based on your goals, if I find something, then I'll do it. And if you really want to like figure out how to figure out your goals, I really gotta get Sarah Weaver back on. I kind of miss her. But she, in one of her first episodes, she used to train investors on how to talk to real estate agents. And she did this with Gary Keller himself. She worked in his office in Texas. She was like, okay, so what exactly do you want? Like, what is your non-negotiables? What are the things that you are looking for? And then when you put that on paper, if the agent that you're working with finds those exact things, you better buy it because they're never going to work with you again. And that is the dead truth. If you said, hey, this is my buy box and this is the only, and I have no negotiables here, then I'm going to look for that. But if I present you that property and you don't buy it, I'm like, fuck off, man. I'm not going to find that for you.
Yeah, you're going to go way down at the bottom of the list. So like, we've had Brandon Turner on several times on the podcast, and he had, I feel like I made this up and he stole it from me, but maybe it's the other way.
No, he totally stole it from you.
Crystal clear criteria. So you get really specific, otherwise you're going to get nothing. So if picture yourself as an agent, a real estate investor agent that deals a lot with people that are buying and flipping and rental properties and so forth. And they say, hey, what are you looking for? And they say, well, anything that's going to make money. Are you going to remember them at all?
He also stole your legacy question.
I know. I feel like there's some trademark infringement here. I may be contacting an attorney. I don't know. But anyway, so if you get general, you're not going to get anything. If you get specific, you are going to get leads like you're talking about. So Ted is able to mix and match. I have this selling opportunity. I have this buying opportunity. And I have people on both sides of the ledger here. They're looking for, different things. So being able to like kind of, that game where you like concentration game, you have to match it up. You flip one over and then you flip the other one over. That's what this is like.
Don't play that against my son.
Right. Oh, he's good.
He memorizes every single spot. He's photographic.
Does he ever play Mahjong?
I don't know.
So I'm really into Mahjong right now.
I don't even know what that is.
It's basically like concentration, the game, the old school game on steroids.
Oh man,
like Mahjong. Tell him to look into it, dude. I will play him.
Can we do that here, and then I'll put money on my son?
I might take that bet, man.
I would do that.
And what this app that I'm on does is this Mahjong app will pair you up with people of what they feel like abilities are. Yeah. And like I crush, dude. Okay. No, like I will say, I will brag on this.
So
I feel like I will crush Carson.
So we played it, and then you have all the flip cards, and he does like NFL and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then so you got 64 cards on the table that you flip one. The kid memorizes every single one. His memory is amazing.
Mine is not, but for some reason I do well at this game. Carson, I'm publicly challenging you to a game of Mahjong, and we're going to do this on air.
And I dropped an F-bomb in this one, so I got to bleep that one out for him.
Man. Okay. Hey, so I want to tell you a funny story. I have let's see, we bought our current house. We're moving. I've talked about this on air, but
you guys have one final house party at your old house?
No. We're moving in around a month-ish.
We better do that Rio Radio.
We need to go boating, dude. That's what we need.
I've never been boating with you.
I know. Let's do it. I'm boating today, probably. What are you down? You can be home by 5:03. 5:02.
I have to show Hal Richmond a house.
Okay. Yeah. Hal, gosh. Okay. So when we moved into this house, I was like, man, we have one of those like weird areas in the basement where it doesn't feel like you can put anything that like looks right. You know what I mean? It's like an awkward
in
space.
The new basement or the old one?
The one I'm living in right now.
Okay.
So I bought
you have like an arcade down there, and then you got like an audio, and then you got your awards room or something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have like a podcast room with all the business plaques on it too.
That's my office. Yeah. So let's not make it weird. I have an area that it's like right by the slider where you walk out and go, like, you know, you just go outside.
Down there, don't you?
Yeah. There's bar, slider, all that. But long story short, I bought a golden tea machine for like home use.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I buy this, and it was and this is like the Golden Tea Complete, and it had 27 or 29 courses.
I need that for my Airbnb.
Which is why I wanted to buy it. It's not one of those where you have to, you know, constantly, it's not online, right? It's just like an analog version of it. So it's the older graphics. It's not as great, but it's super fun. So I played the crap out of that thing when we first got it. My kids liked it. They were a lot younger. And anyway, years go by. It's collecting dust. You know, I every once in a while I'll play it just to mess around.
Can I buy it?
I already sold it.
What?
So that's here's you jumping in the middle of my story and asking questions that are spoiling the end. You're a spoiler guy. You're a spoiler.
I'm bummed I didn't get
Hashtag spoilers.
I want to buy it.
Ted Kaasch. So I buy it for $1,000, and it was in great shape. It's like one of those full cabinet arcade games, right?
Yeah.
Probably like the client that you're selling the house for that has 10,000 of these. And so I play this all the time. Now it's collecting dust, and we're getting ready to move. So I'm like, I do not want to move this thing. We're not playing it right now. Why would we even, you know, pay money to move this?
Totally.
Stupid. So I put it on Facebook Marketplace, which I haven't done that in a while on anything, right? And it's kind of the Wild West. You never know what you're going to get.
I posted like 10 things under it.
So I got like I list it, but before I do this, so I buy it for $1,000. I'm like, it's probably worth $500 or less. I don't know. Electronics typically crater in value. They're like vehicles.
Yeah.
Right. So I do a little bit of research before I list this, and I'm seeing Golden Tea Complete, exactly what I have. And it's like $2,200, $2,500. And it's like to Cayman, Nebraska, which is right, you know, 30 minutes from us.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to undercut these guys, and I'm going to list it for $1,500 and see what happens. So I get lit up with just message. You know, will you take 800? Will you take 1,200? Will you take just all these numbers getting thrown at me? And I'm like, oh my God. So I have a guy message me. I think it was the third message I got, and he's like, hey, you know, my name's Andy. I know a guy that you know, and his name's Nathan, and I do know him. And he's like, he screenshotted your post and sent it to me. I've been looking for a Golden Tea machine for my house. And he's like, he's asking me a few questions. And I'm like, oh yeah, how's Nathan? I haven't seen him in years, blah, blah, blah. We kind of connect over Messenger. And so he's like, can I come pick it up tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah. Like I wasn't expecting this to happen this fast. I don't have anything ready, you know, like I haven't turned it on forever. I'm like, oh yes. I'm pretty sure it still works.
You didn't take pictures of it on in your.
No, I did. I lied about that. Yeah. I did take a picture of that. But, so I turn it, I get it all ready, and he's like, all right, I'll pick it up tomorrow. And so I go and I get my 2-wheeler out of the garage, and I got to blow up the tires because I haven't used my 2-wheeler forever. So I wheel it around back. And I put it under the thing, and I have an extension cord, but I have it pulled out from the wall. These things are like 350, maybe 400 pounds. They're super awkward to move. They suck. He's like, all right, I'll be there at like 1:00 or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I have to take my sliding glass door and take the handle off of it, and then like I have to do a whole bunch of crap to make sure it'll fit through.
You're like, you better show up.
Yes, exactly. So he seems like a solid dude. He knows somebody that I know. Blah blah blah. So he shows up, and he's like 1 year younger than me. He went to school in my same conference. He remembered me from baseball, and so we had a whole like awesome conversation, just like catching up. I'm like, oh, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy? And we did one of those things. And so by the time he's funny and, cool dude and, just Southwest Iowa guy, like we bonded. And so I ended up selling it to him for $1,500 cash. Right. And I bought it for $1,000, used it for, 10, I don't know how long, 10, 15 years, whatever. So he's like
that long.
Yeah, we moved in. I bought it the year after we moved in. So I think it was like maybe 14 years. I think 2012 or no, 2012 I bought it. So he goes, and in his messages to me, he's like, can you help me load it? And I'm like, yeah, I can. Now, when I bought it from a place that sells them. So they actually delivered it with like 3 dudes, right? Of course they did. So they knew the whole operation. They're like, they have the like the straps that go around you when you're moving a refrigerator
I have
or whatever.
One of those, yeah. I love those.
I wish I had that. I don't. So I'm like, okay, not ideal, but yes, I'll help you move it. So he shows up, we're talking and this and that. And I turn it on, show him all the, like that it works and all that stuff. And I'm like, here's an extra trackball. And like, I'm telling him the history of it. I'm like, yeah, it's great, dude. You're going to love it. So I help him. I'm on and Chris, our mutual contractor, he happens to show up because he's working on my deck, and
he saved my butt last week.
I basically conscripted him into this whole moving operation. I'm like, hey, good news, you're helping us move, And so the 3 of us are kind of like finagling this thing out the door. We get it out there. And I have our whole, like our backyard. I know you've been to my house, but you haven't been down back. I don't think there's like several steps.
I know what it looks like though.
Yeah, it's it's the lakes back there, but there's like several steps up. So we're trying to go through the yard, and it's super awkward. And even though there's 3 of us, I mean, it's heavy.
Creating ruts.
Yes, exactly. My neighbor's just giving me the stink eye the whole time because he's a yard Nazi.
Don't worry, anyway, you don't deal with him after the next month.
So we get up to his truck, right? And it's a whole thing. It's one thing to push it on a 2-wheeler, and it's another thing to lift it up into the truck and all this. So I get up in the bed of the truck, and these 2 are down below, and they're like kind of shoving it at an angle. If you can picture this, right? They're shoving it up, and I'm trying to like get it over the hump and pull it back. So my back is facing the back of the truck, and I scoot all the way back, and then I have my glasses on my like I have them tucked in my shirt, so they're hanging down, right?
Fuck them up.
Yeah. So I get he shoves the thing. They shove it up, and it like totally smushes me against the back of the cab, and my glasses were right on the front of my shirt, so it smushed those 2. And I don't realize this for a little bit. And we get done, and we finish up, and I help him ratchet strap it to his truck and all this stuff. He leaves. I get back in the house. I go to put on my glasses, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't even see anything. Like they're cloudy as they're scratched to hell." And I'm like, "Oh man, I just got a new prescription like a year ago or whatever." And they're mostly readers for the most part, but there's a little bit. Anyway, so I'm like, I don't really have a backup pair because my other one broke. Like the stem on the glasses broke and all this. So the next day I go to the place where I got my glasses originally, and I'm like, hey, are these still under warranty? And he's like, no. It just expired. Yeah. It just expired.
How much that cost you?
I go, okay, listen. I don't want new frames. I go, can you just replace the lenses? Same. And he's like, oh, well, it sounds like you need a new eye exam. I'm like, no, I don't need a new eye. These work fine. Just give me the lenses, bro.
Do you have eye insurance?
Maybe. Yes.
Maybe.
Stop with the questions. I'll explain all this in the story.
It's a podcast. You ask
Stop with the questions. So anyway, so I'm like, no, I don't look. Yes, I have insurance. iMed, I think, whatever. So I gave him the thing. Anyway, long story longer, they're scratched to hell. And I have another pair that I really like the frames on. And I'm like, can I get these replaced too? And he's like, yes. Can you leave one of them? And so I leave the Nike pair that I have, and I have these ones that are scratched. And ask me what the bill was.
For 2 pairs?
Yes.
$1,200.
Okay, this is my whole point, and it was what grinds my gears. It was $960. That was actually a good guess because he basically gave me I'll give you a discount because
these were $750.
It's ridiculous. They're a piece of plastic. You're telling me
these are metal.
No, I mean the lenses. That's all I got replaced, not the frames. So he's like, yeah, it's $960 for
you said your insurance.
It covers like $100 of it.
Okay,
it's
so
terrible.
I just got put on my wife's insurance.
I'm not under warranty on them.
And my next set of glasses are $75.
Okay, well, that would have been helpful information.
I haven't been on my wife's insurance now for a while, so I just got put on this week.
So but my point on all this is
you lost all that money.
Yeah, it's all out. So everything I made off that Golden Tee machine is out the door.
But you
also
did 2 pairs.
I did 2 pairs. That's true. So. But my point is that I had found money and then I lost that immediately as a result of that transaction.
Yes.
So it was like,
you'll see pity.
Yeah.
I wish I would have hit you up for that Golden Tee.
I know. Yeah. Well, I didn't. You never know what people want.
Yeah. No, because Airbnbs, you got to have those entertainment aspects.
Good point. But you wouldn't have paid $1,500 for that, would you?
You weren't offering $1,500 before you posted it. Even if you would have sold me for $500, you'd probably make more money than you did.
Yeah, you're right. So I would have made you load the whole thing up by yourself.
Speaking of Chris, shout out to him. I get a phone call right after dinner, and my Airbnb guest is like, it is 91 degrees in this house. And there's 13 people inside.
This week it's super, super muggy and hot in Omaha.
13 people in the house.
Oof.
And they're staying there for a week.
Ew.
And I'm like,
gross.
So before I even went down there, I'm like, okay, Lowe's is about to close. Ran to Lowe's, bought 4 air conditioners.
Oh, like window air?
Yes.
Oh, smart.
I'm like, you know what? I'll return them if I don't need them.
Sure.
Went down there. AC's blowing cool, but not cold. But the previous person that was there turned off the air conditioner when they checked out.
Okay.
So it got really hot.
It took forever for it to catch up.
And then I showed up. I always try when I can. I show up and I. Well, the reason I went there is because the previous person left their Kindle and I had to go grab it and mail it to them. And so I'm like, oh God, it's hot in here. So I'm like, oh, let's turn the AC on. It's just not, and they're not showing up for another 6 hours. And I have a separate unit upstairs just to keep this area cool because it has
natural light coming in.
Yeah,
skylights,
and it's so hot. And I'm like, okay, let's get this thing cooled down. Thing just does not cool down. They now show up at 6:30. It's like at this point it's 85 degrees upstairs and 81 degrees downstairs because I have these little temperature gauges up.
Yeah,
and they're like, what the hell? And I'm like, oh, my air conditioner is not working. It's not keeping up. And so I ran there, grabbed these AC units, showed up. They're sweating balls. I'm installing this, and I call Chris up, and I'm like, Chris, are you in South Omaha, man? And I'm like, I can use your help, and getting these in. And he shows up without a question, helps me put all these AC units in. So, Chris, thank you so much. He saves my ass so much.
He's kind of like an EMT for house problems. He really is.
You know what? I'm gonna give him a shout out. The guy's been going through sobriety now for a while, and that guy, when he is sober, that guy is on it, and he's amazing. And I really hope that he keeps that up.
Yeah.
So because he's a good person when he's in the right mindset.
I have one other quick funny story here. I know we're going a little long here, but so I have my daughter's got a softball game. This is yesterday, and it's probably about a 20 to 25 minute trip to go to the field that she's playing at. It's in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Okay, so I know she has a game. I already told my wife, I'm like, hey, I can take Liv over, no problem, because my wife's been running all over the place, right, for kids logistics. And I'm like, I can take Liv to, she's got batting practice, then she has 2 games, etc. So I'm like, she has to be there at 3:30 yesterday. So I go, okay, I'll take her, no problem. Meanwhile, when I tell my wife this and I say I can do it, in between that time and the time it actually happened, I had a meeting that got scheduled that is really, really important with a lender. And it's something that this is a call that we've been waiting for. So I'm on a conference call with 5 people, and I get on there. We leave Carter Lake and we leave at a little before 3:00. My call's at 3:00. So I'm going to be in transit the whole time. So I'm like, I don't want to be on.
Hate doing that with the kids in the car.
Hate it. Because normally I'd be on hands free, right?
Because they give you look in the mirror, they give you the look.
Yeah. Well, she's in the passenger seat.
You know what I mean?
Yes. No, but she's like, yeah, no big deal. I'll just throw my AirPods in. Not a problem. So that wasn't a big deal. But at the same time, I didn't want to have like the whole car. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels weird. So I was like, all right, I'll just do it on my phone. Maybe I'll put it on speaker or whatever, but I need to mute occasionally, right? I don't want all the background noise.
Yeah.
And so I get on there. We're on 5 minutes. I leave. I'm pulling out of Carter Lake, and I look in my mirror, in my rearview mirror, and there's a cop like right on my ass, like right behind me. And I'm like, wow, that's okay. Like, I feel like he's going to pull me over.
Yeah.
You know. And sure enough, I'm 5 minutes into this call, and we're getting to the point where it's past the awkward introductions and like we're getting into the real meat and potatoes of what we're talking about. Right at the transition point.
Oh my God.
I go, the cherries go on, right? And he's pulling me over. And I'm like, I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me?
I didn't expect this.
So I pull over and I'm like, hey guys, I'm getting pulled over right now. You know, super impressive when you're talking to somebody that you're asking for money from. And I'm like, any chance, you know, we can, I'm really sorry, obviously. And they're like, what's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. I think it was because I was on my phone. They've been pulling over people constantly in my town.
Oh, you had your phone to your ear?
Yeah, because I had to take it off mute, right? So it was, I didn't have it on hands free. So I'm like looking at my phone. I hit mute off. I say my thing. And I'm like, I'm sure that's why they're pulling me over. So I pull out. I'm on Abbott Drive, which is right by the airport, super busy road. I pull off to the side. People are just zooming by. 2 cops walk up to the passenger window. I roll it down, and they're like, "You ran a red light back there." And I'm like, "What?" I was like, "What?" I'm like, "I did," and I'm cycling through my memory, and I'm like, "I don't remember running a red light," because I was like, "I'm sure they're pulling me over for my phone." I looked, I wasn't speeding when I saw they were behind me. I was like, I don't know why they're pulling me over. And he's like, "No, you ran a red light." And he goes to the point where he's talking to his partner to the point where we look at each other and we're like, did he really just do that? That's what he says to me. And he goes, most of the time when we pull people over, it's because they're impaired. If something like that happens. So he was like checking to see if I was hammered, you know, and I'm like, no, I'm just like, I'm taking her to, you know, she's in full softball gear. Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm trying to take her to her game. I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, I got nothing. I go, I'm 51, man. Like, I don't, you know, like this isn't normal.
You're
for
almost
me.
at the age where you have to retake the test.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm confused. Where am I? My glasses are broken.
They're broken.
Yeah, the golden tea machine. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm pleading my case to him. I'm just like, I'm really sorry. Like, I get
talk your way out of this.
So I tell him all this, and I'm like, I'm my bad. You know, like, I'm super apologetic. And he's like, okay, license registration. I get it out. Meanwhile, I already hung up on the Zoom call I was on.
Yeah.
And I'm like feeling stressed about that because I was like, it's super important. We've been waiting for this call. And he goes, they take, and I was like, I have no idea how long this is going to take. Because, you know, if I've in the past, if I've ever had a speeding ticket or whatever, yeah, it could take 20, 30 minutes. They take forever. I don't even know what they're doing. They're playing like Mahjong back in the cop car. And I go, so he comes back like it was probably 5 minutes. He comes up and he's like, okay, well, we checked you out, and it doesn't look like you're a serial killer, so we'll let you go.
Good thing you were wearing this hat.
I know, right? Like, so dress matters is the message here today, kids.
Get a warning?
I got a warning.
Yes.
He was super, super cool about it, and I'm like, dude, thank you. Like, my bad. Like, this is not me. Like, yeah. This is not how I operate. Yeah, so, like, he's like, whatever, get out of here. So they push the call back like 20 minutes or whatever, and I jump on at 3:30, and of course I got like, what happened? Like, what did you do? You know, because they thought it was because of my phone. I'm like, nah, I ran a red light. I was like, it was so embarrassing. Like, it was the worst.
Did you get the deal?
Well, yeah,
maybe,
yeah. We'll give it a strong maybe.
Yeah. I the last time I got pulled over, I don't know if I told you the story, but I was in my Mustang, just pulled out of storage, got the plates renewed that morning.
Okay.
And I don't drive my Mustang a lot. Like, I put 2,000 miles on it a year, and it was a speed trap. But I was heading to go have a cigar at the happy hour.
You are Captain Leadfoot, by the way.
I am.
Yes.
And so he's like, you were going 59 and a 40 or whatever, you know. And I'm like, oh, dude. You're like, you think that was fast? Yeah. You should have seen me. You should have seen me in the last street. I'm always like, understand, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
And I started off the conversation. I remember it was like, I think it was a year or two ago. And I go, hey, great day to pull me over. He's like, what? I I go, I just got my registration done, so I'm completely legal and I have everything I need.
It's all right here. Because
I go, I didn't leave my seat.
Dude, that's funny because I was rummaging through my glove box for like my insurance card because he's like, license, registration, and insurance. And I go, trust me, I have insurance. It's State Farm. I've had it for 20 years or whatever. And he's like, don't worry about that. Let me just go run this real quick and I'll come back. And then, so I was like, I could not find it anywhere. But it's on my phone, actually. You make fun of me about tap to pay.
I have mine on my phone too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go, it's your lucky day. And I go, have it. And I go, plus I never drive this car. I just pull it out of storage. And look how it has no miles on it.
And he's like, he gets on his mic. And he's like, we need backup.
So
here.
by this time now, there's 6 cars pulled up behind me, pulled over.
So embarrassing.
Pulled over. No, they're all pulled over.
Oh, okay.
It's a speed trap.
So they waved him in.
Yeah,
like this.
they're just waving them in, right?
Get in here.
Yep. So they're all piling up.
You get a ticket. You get a ticket.
19 miles an hour over, right?
Yeah.
And then I pull my driver's license and he sees my concealed carry underneath it.
Oh boy.
And he goes, whoa. He goes, do you have a gun on the car? I'm like, sir. He goes, you need to tell me that you have your concealed carry when you get pulled over. I'm like, sir, I'm heading to happy hour, and when I have a drink, I can't have a gun in the car. And so there's no way I would be driving with my gun in my car. And he comes back. He goes, go ahead and just go.
Oh, he let you off?
I don't warning.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, I've had a ticket now for probably about 15 years, but I have talked myself out of maybe 6 or 7.
Kids, this is why sales might be a career for you.
The funnest one, though, to wrap this up, because we're an hour into this.
Are we really? Yes. Wow.
Is that
Aiden's like, yeah, we're an hour in, bro. Got stuff to do.
Before that, I was in a rental BMW and I got pulled over. I was just hammered on it. I was trying to get in the traffic and I got pulled over.
Wait, you were hammering on the gas, not you weren't. You weren't
totally
hammered.
sober.
Yeah.
Sober.
Okay.
But anyway, I don't remember if it was Skylar or Carson in my car. I go, hey, ask that cop for a sticker. So he got pulled over, and then I think it was Carson. He goes, hey, can I have a police sticker?
Did it work?
Yeah, I got a warning. That was like 20 plus over.
These are, wow. Okay.
So if you have young kids, ask for a police sticker. There's no way any decent cop is going to give you a ticket when there's a kid in the car asking you for a police sticker.
And kids listening out there, that is today's
Golden Nugget. And with that, guys, we appreciate you. We have not had a review on our Apple podcast to be able to read for 8 months. We love reading those. It's fun to shout you out. So take a moment right now, go into Apple Podcasts if you're listening to that, because 80% of you listen to us on there. Give us a written review. Let's read it next week. We appreciate that. If you have questions that you want answered on the real estate business or any type of a question, on air at cashanddash.com. Send us an email. Our website's going to be active soon. You're going to love it. And with that, Owen Dashner, we see us out.
On behalf of Aiden Bear and Ted Kaasch, I'm Owen Dashner, and we listen to the
Kash and Dash Show, Unscripted. Sign off.